Hey guys, here Mark again. This video, I am finally going to compare the Samsung Galaxy Note 5, which is the new one, versus the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. I will compare the specs, the differences between these two phones, and also do some benchmarks and my opinion about these two phones. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, let's go ahead and show you guys the differences between these two devices physically. Over here in the front, you got the two sensors and the camera right here on the Galaxy Note 4. The camera is a 3.7 megapixel. Over here, you got the two sensors right there with the camera right there, which is a 5 megapixel. Also, one thing you're going to notice right away when you pick these two phones up is that the bezels of the Galaxy Note 4 are super thin. Look at the bezels on that phone. And over here, they're a little bit more thicker. And keep in mind, both devices have the same screen. They're both 5.7-inch screen. They're both super AMOLED screen, and they both have the same resolution, 2560 by 1440. Over here in the bottom, you got the home button over here and the home button over here. This over here is a way better fingerprint scanner or sensor, or however you want to call it. The Galaxy Note 4 also has a fingerprint scanner, but believe me, compared to the Note 5, is basically useless. Over here on this left side right here of both phones, you can see that the volume button is basically in the same spot right there. But this phone, the Galaxy Note 5, has a very nice curve right there that also makes it a lot more easier to hold when you have this phone in your hand. On the Galaxy Note 4, you have a little bit more sharper edges. This is metal all around as well, so it doesn't really feel cheap at all, the Galaxy Note 4. Over here in the top of the phone, you got the Galaxy Note 5 has the SIM card slot right there. SIM card slot, and you got the, I think this is like a microphone isolation, something like that, and that's it. Over here you got the IR blaster, which you could use to go as a remote control, so you could use your Note 4 as a universal remote control thanks to the IR blaster. Sadly, here we do not see it at all. You got the headphone jack on the top. Over here you have nothing. On this side, you have the power button right here. You have the power button right there, basically on the same spot as well. Over here in the bottom, like you see in the Galaxy Note 5, you have the your headphone jack, you have the micro USB cable port, and you have the speaker grill here in the bottom, and you have the S Pen right there. Over here on the Galaxy Note 4, you just have the micro USB cable port to charge it, and you only have the S Pen right there. That's it. And over here in the back, you have the 16 megapixel camera on both devices. You have the heart rate monitor right there and the heart rate monitor over here. You see they're both on different locations, but they both work the same. You got the Samsung there, you got the Galaxy Note 5 branding there, the Galaxy Note 4, and you have the, like you see here, you got the speaker grill in the back of the Galaxy Note 4. Thanks to the speaker being right here, the sound that you get from the Galaxy Note 5 when you have both phones right there laying flat on the surface is gonna sound a lot better. And also there's some technology inside this phone that makes the speaker sounds a lot better as well, which is very good. Now spec wise, these two devices in the inside are different as well. In the new Samsung Galaxy Note 5, Samsung decided to replace Snapdragon for an Exynos octa-core chip, which gives you a quad-core 1.5 gigahertz and another quad-core at 2.1 gigahertz. On the Galaxy Note 4, it has the Snapdragon 805 quad-core, and it's 2.7 gigahertz, so it's still very beastly as well. When it comes to display, I say they both are the same technology, the same resolution, the same size as well. When it comes to memory, this right here comes in 32 and 64 gigabytes right now. I think there's a future 128 gigabyte coming down the road. This one right here, you can only get it in 32 gigabytes. I think some countries you could get it for the 64 gigabytes. gigabytes. But the big difference here is that this one has a replaceable, you can also add a micro SD card up to 128 gigabytes. And this one right here, you cannot. You cannot replace the back. You cannot put in a micro SD card. So you have the option just to 32 or 64. And honestly, I recommend getting the 64 instead, because that way you're going to have a lot more space for you. If you like playing games and you like, downloading videos and all that, and you taking pictures and videos and from on your phone, you're gonna need a lot of memory. So I recommend getting a 64 gigabytes here. This one you can actually go with 32 and add a micro SD slot. Very, very big advantage there. When it comes to camera, like I said, both cameras are pretty much the same specs. Software wise, this one has a little bit more stuff. This one right here is a little bit easier to launch the camera. You don't really need the app, because you can go like this, double tap the home button, and it will automatically open the camera, which is awesome. This one right here, you cannot do that unless you do like a little trick right there that I showed in one of my videos, where you could put the double tap feature here on this phone as well. You could do that as well. When it comes to battery, the Galaxy Note 4 has a 3,220 milliamp hour battery, and guess what? It's replaceable, because you can replace the rear cover of the phone. And same thing, like you see here, the SD card goes right there. It also has fast charging. This phone is you can also do wireless charging on the Galaxy Note 4. If you get the back cover that comes with wireless charging, you could do that. I think it's like $30 extra or $40 if you get the flip cover that comes with wireless charging. You could do that, and of course, fast charging. Here on the Samsung Galaxy Note 5, you only have a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. It is not removable, because since this is glass, you cannot remove it. But it does have fast charging, which is as fast as the Galaxy Note 4, and it has wireless charging integrated here as well. So that means you don't have to buy anything more, just the power mat to place your phone on it, and it will start charging automatically. And of course, these two devices are Note phones, so you have to compare the S Pen as well. Here you have the normal S Pen, looks normal, plastic, and when you take it out, you got the air command that looks like that. You have action memo, you have smart select, you have image clip, and you have screen write. Very awesome. And of course, you press the button here and you get the air command there. You press it over here, you get the air command there. Very, very cool. Right here on the Galaxy Note 5, now it has like a action there, like you see there. When you take it out, it's gonna just pop right out. And right here you got the air command, which looks a little bit better now. And you got action memo, smart select, you got screen write. And this time around, you can actually put 3 more shortcuts, which is very, very convenient. For example, I got Evernote, OneNote, S Note, but if you want, you could go ahead and add more shortcuts as well, or replace these 3 shortcuts for anything else. Great thing is, of course, you could put it on this side, or you could put it on this side, the air command. The pen itself looks a lot more premium than this right here. This one looks of course plastic, but it still feels good. This one feels a little bit thinner, and this one has like the real pen mechanics here, which looks pretty cool. It doesn't really do anything special. They both feel good, and they both do the same job. When it comes to multitask, they both work different as well. On the Galaxy Note 4, you press right here and you see all the apps available. And the Galaxy Note 4 has a lot more apps you can use in multitask. And it's very easy to use. You go ahead and for example, press on one of these apps, put it over here. Then you go ahead, whatever the other app you want, you could go ahead and put it over here, like you see there, and you have your multitask right there. Over here, you have to press right here. Nope, you gotta hold here, and now you have these apps. These are the apps that are only compatible with multitask, which is less than the Galaxy Note 4. You go ahead and tap on one of them. There you have it. Then you tap on another one, and there you go. It works pretty fast as well, but like you can see, you have less options over here on the Galaxy Note 5 than on the Galaxy Note 4. Has a whole bunch of options right there. And of course, from right here, you can also minimize. Like you see there, you can also minimize there. Same thing over here. You can minimize this right here, and you have the calculator right there floating around, moving around, same as over here. Okay, so right here I restarted both phones. That way we could go ahead and start doing benchmarks on both devices. And I hope they're both kind of fresh. That's the reason why I do the restart, so both can be fresh out of the boot. Let's go ahead and start with Geekbench. I'm going to go ahead and choose Geekbench over here as well. One thing that I forgot to mention is that the Galaxy Note 5 has a 4 gigabytes of RAM. That Galaxy Note 4 has 3 gigabytes of RAM. They both have Lollipop. This one has 5.1.1 Lollipop. This one has 5.0.1 Lollipop. This one over here has the Adreno GPU, and on the Galaxy Note 5 they also went to another GPU, which is now the Mali GPU. So let's go ahead and start this test and wait for it for finishing. Okay, so here it is. The Galaxy Note 4 finished faster with a single core score of 1062 and multi-core 3259. Not bad, not bad. Over here we got a 1176 for single core and exactly 4000 for multi-core. So that's not bad. Both devices, they got restarted and got the benchmark done. So I think that's a pretty good score. Not bad for both devices. Now let's go ahead for the next. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the Antutu benchmark. Keep in mind, both devices were restarted. That way they can both be fresh out of the boot. And let's go ahead and start the test right here so we can see this final score. And let's go ahead and wait for this to finish. Okay, so here we are done. Let's go ahead and see the scores. Let's go ahead and see detail. Let's go ahead and see detail. And there it is. The Galaxy Note 5 scored 62,101. That is awesome. Very, very, very beastly. Over here, not bad as well. Still, the Galaxy Note 4 still impresses 48,768. That's not bad at all for a device a year older. That's awesome. So not bad. Good score between both devices, if you ask me. So now let's go ahead with the next test. Okay, I already restarted both phones, so let's go ahead and start the 3D Mark test, which I'm going to do the slingshot test. That's the benchmark available for devices with 1440 screen, like both devices. This is the slingshot, which is a very, very heavy benchmark there. Let's go ahead and run it on both devices. And there you go. So let's go ahead and wait for this to finish, and we'll be back. Okay, so this one is done right here. The Galaxy Note 5 with a score of 1131. 1131. Not bad. Very, very consistent because I've done that test a couple times already, and that's the score you usually get. 1100, 1200. That's not bad. Over here, let's go ahead and see this one now, and should be lower. Oh crap, look at that. Holy moly, that was good. Look at that, 1177. That's amazing. I was not expecting that. Keep in mind, I did reset my phone, the Galaxy Note 4, because since I had it since a year ago, I never reset this phone. So a couple days ago, I did reset the phone. That way, it could be a lot more fresher. And since this is a new phone, it's not fair to compare a phone that it's been running all for a whole year long versus a phone that's fresh out of the box. So they're both fresh, and like you see there, it makes a lot of difference. This scored basically more than this one right here, which honestly should have been a little bit less maybe, but wow, that's good. Like you see there, you got two great devices right here on these two Galaxy Note phones. And now to give you guys my final opinion about these two phones. A lot of people keep asking me, should they upgrade from a Galaxy Note 4 to a Galaxy Note 5? Or if they should go ahead and buy one or the other if they never owned either one a Note series before. Honestly, if you have a Note 4, you don't really need to get a Note 5. Like you see there, when it comes to spec-wise, when it comes to performance-wise, they're very on par. The Galaxy Note 5, it does feel a lot more smoother. It does feel a lot more smoother when you're playing video games. It doesn't lag whatsoever. On the Galaxy Note 4, I've been having a little bit problems with playing, not problems with playing games, but problems with game frame rate issues. And sometimes the phone, when it gets hot, the games get a lot more laggier. On the Galaxy Note 5, I've been able to play hours, not hours, but longer time, the same games, and still running smooth as butter. But you don't really need to upgrade. The Galaxy Note 4 has awesome specs, has great features, is very flexible when it comes to battery, when it comes to IR blaster. You could use your phone as a universal remote control. You can also replace the memory. You could put more memory, up to 128 gigabytes plus whatever the phone has. You know, it's a great device to hold on until the Galaxy Note 6 comes out. Now, when it comes to the Galaxy Note 5, this has a way better build quality. The build quality of the Galaxy Note 5 is way better. You know, it feels metal on the side. You got glass in the front, glass in the back. But of course, it's more fragile as well. If you drop this, it's going to shatter. You drop this, only the back cover might come off or something like that. Handling wise, it's better than the Note 4 because the Note 4 actually feels bigger, even though it has the same screen. It does feel better in your hand. Performance is awesome. Spec-wise is great. The fingerprint scanner or the fingerprint sensor, if you are one of those that really want to take advantage of Samsung Pay, this is amazing. The fingerprint scanner here, or the print sensor, it's awesome. It works flawlessly. Here, it also has a fingerprint scanner. It doesn't really work that good for me. I don't really like it. Never used it because for me, it just takes more time. And when you have to keep on trying, it just becomes annoying. This is awesome. The Galaxy Note 5 fingerprint works awesomely good. And that's it, guys. So right here you have two great phones available right now until the next Galaxy Note 7 or 6 comes out. So let me know, you guys, your opinion about these two phones. Which one do you have? If you don't have either one, which one are you planning to get and why? But I gotta say, the Galaxy Note 4 is an awesome device. I love it. The Note 5 is also an amazing device. It has its flaw, but they're both great devices. I can't deny it. They're both great devices, and I really like the way the Note 5 feels in my hand and looks as well. Looks beautiful. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Till next time.